Hey, thank you so much for listening to gwot.rocks, God, the World, and Other Things. I'm Kenny Price, your host. Our mission, advancing the peace of Christ in the midst of an agitated world. This is Season 21, Episode 449, titled, The Dangers of Madam Bubble. A subtitle, Lose the Coat and Save Your Character. Madam Bubble is a character from John Bunyan's allegory, The Pilgrim's Progress. She represents worldly vanity, materialism, and the seductions of earthly wealth and pleasures. In Spurgeon's morning devotion on July 25th, titled The Dreadful Trio, he uses the figure of Madam Bubble to illustrate the dangers of being enticed and distracted by worldly temptations that can lead believers away from their spiritual journey and devotion to God. In Genesis 39, the story of Joseph in Egypt, where he is bought by Potiphar, an Egyptian official, unfolds as a result of being sold into slavery by his brothers. Due to God's favor, Joseph prospers in all he does, earning Potiphar's trust and being put in charge of his entire household. Potiphar's wife becomes infatuated with Joseph and repeatedly tries to seduce him. Joseph steadfastly refuses her advances, emphasizing his loyalty to Potiphar and his commitment to not sin against God. One day, Potiphar's wife catches Joseph by his cloak, demanding he sleep with her. Joseph flees the house, leaving his coat behind in her hand. This act of fleeing without his garment symbolizes his refusal to compromise his integrity. Potiphar's wife uses the abandoned cloak as false evidence to accuse Joseph of attempted assault. Potiphar, believing his wife's lie, has Joseph thrown into prison. My friend, Joseph's commitment to moral integrity in the face of temptation cost him dearly. But God's plan to save the human population from starvation and the developing nation of Israel within Egypt could not be thwarted. Genesis chapter 39, verse 12 says, She grabbed him by his garment and said, Sleep with me. But leaving his garment in her hand, he escaped and ran outside. Sometimes the only way to win against certain sins is to run away from them. Just like ancient naturalists wrote about basilisks, whose mere gaze could captivate and destroy their victims, the very sight of evil can put us in serious danger. My friend, let me ask you, do you believe that? Do you believe that the very sight of evil can put you in serious danger? That is truth. We have become so complacent with a wretched, wrecked world, we have lost sight of the fact that sometimes the very sight of evil can put you in serious danger. To stay safe from sinful acts, you must quickly remove yourself from situations where sin is likely to occur. You need to make a pact with your eyes not to even look at things that can tempt you, because these sins only need a tiny spark to ignite a large fire. Who would willingly go into a leper's prison and sleep amidst its horrific decay? Only someone who wants to become leprous themselves would invite such contagion. Similarly, if a sailor knows how to avoid a storm, he will do everything possible to steer clear of it. Wise pilots don't try to see how close they can get to quicksand or rocks without damage. Instead, they aim to stay as much as possible in safe waters. Today, you might face great danger, so may you be as wise as a serpent to avoid and escape it. The wings of a dove might be more useful to you today than the jaws of a lion. It's true that you might seem to lose something by avoiding bad company, but it's better to leave behind your coat than to lose your character. It's not essential for you to be rich, but it is crucial for you to remain pure. No bonds of friendship, no chains of beauty, no flashes of talent, nor any ridicules should turn you away from your firm decision to flee from sin. While you must resist the devil so he will flee from you, you must flee from the lusts of the flesh, or they will surely defeat you. My prayer on this day is, Almighty and holy God of heaven, protect your faithful ones so that Madam Bubble does not ensnare them with her vile suggestions. May the dreadful trio of the world, the flesh, and the devil never overcome us. And with that, my friend, I bid you the peace of Christ.